Wen knöpfen wir uns jetzt vor? Hier vorne ist gleich jemand und hinten in der Werkstatt ist auch wer. Ich würde sagen, wir machen erst hier vorne den. Weg hier, ich muss hier durch. Ach ja.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old horn. With the forge and all that.
Nee, was denn?
The mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
Okay. Seines Glückes Schmied Nummer 4. Oh, das ist die letzte.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Ja gut, dann wollen wir da gar nicht lange warten. Da. Dann retten wir mal die Stadt oder das Dorf, eher gesagt.
So Dravost is still standing.
Das ist gut.
Now at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Guten Tag.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris' scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Oh. Jetzt geht's los.
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me, the best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Natürlich bin ich bereit. Hä? Was denken die denn, was ich jetzt noch mache?
Ready for the off then?
Immer.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
Na dann.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
Ich kümmere mich drum.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
Evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Junge, du sprichst mit dem
Dravosh till I get back.
Dominus von Ifrit, ne? Also.
Give those things what for, yeah?
Zur Not gibt's immer noch Ifrit und der pustet die weg. Gibt's immer Purgatorium und dann war's das. Bam, 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 bam. Ich baller die alle weg. Oh. You're a big guy. Nur nicht jetzt. So, wir machen einmal Schutzmechanismus, dann einmal den Ionenschlag. Aua, das tut weh. Oh, das nochmal. Runter. Grillparty. Uiuiui, Big Guy. Was ist los, ha? Chill mal. Ach komm. Wird's einmal kalt. Der Diamantstoff gefällt mir. Der ballert schön rein. Achso. Noch mehr? Really? Okay, Grillparty. Au. Wenn es Bratmaxe gibt. Uah! Ja? Echt? Komm. Junge. Echt? So.
Is that it?
Oh, shit.
Apparently not.
Die Chimäre. Das ist nur Chimären, ne? Gott, ich weiß es gar nicht mehr. Ja.
They're not getting past me.
Oh ja, 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 sehr gut. Jetzt wird's kalt. Ich beneide ihn ein bisschen. Leeratem ist da, aber das macht keinen Sinn jetzt. Ei, das ist zu viel. Danke. Zack.
All yours, Torgal. Zipper. Rotor. Over here. This one. Nice try.
Oh, kalt. So, jetzt ist er nämlich mittendrin. Oh shit. Du kannst gar nicht schon lange. Mittendrin. Zack. Bitte. Ah. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Warte mal. Jetzt muss es so futsch sein. Gibt's halt einen Endschlag mit dem Konter. Dann halt so. Puff. Ah. Hallo. Hässliches Mistvieh, du.
Oh, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
Ja, ich kann's auch.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well,
Oh.
almost.
Sorry.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Greift die Ein-Mann-Armee einfach, ey. Ich habe einfach alles weggeschnetzelt, was mir in die Quere kam. Bin fertig. Das ist eine Naturgewalt, der Junge, ey.
You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravost won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right? Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravosh isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravosh what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The master smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Okay. Ein
And this
Siegel.
is...
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Ja,
Now,
ich höre dir
hold
zu.
on, Sultan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task.
Du schaust das
I've
Schledorn.
met your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravost in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Sultan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Sultan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Krieg ich das jetzt einfach so, ohne große Probleme? Kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Ich habe doch die Sachen dafür doch gar nicht. Aber gut, wir sollen wieder ins Versteck. Da werde ich nicht Nein sagen. Ich glaube, die planen das jetzt, bla bla bla. Und dann heißt es, ja gut, du brauchst aber doch die Materialien. Aber ich glaube, warte mal. Ich will gerade schauen. Ich habe das noch gerade grob im Kopf gehabt. Da habe ich nämlich nur 2 von. Und davon brauche ich 3, glaube ich. Für das Schwert. Aber er bringt es ihm bei wahrscheinlich. Und dann, sobald es soweit ist, dann kann er mir das schmieden.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Ja, ist okay, hört auf
Save
rumzuschleimen.
that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Ich krieg ein Schwert jetzt einfach?
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Schick.
The sword to end all swords.
Ah, Ragnarök. Okay.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Genau.
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Ach, schön. Dann hat das Sensei jetzt auch ein Happy End gehabt. Wahnsinn. Ich habe ein besseres Schwert. Und habe den Götterdämmerungsbauplan gekriegt. Genau, das ist das beste Schwert. Im ersten Spieldurchlauf, im New Game Plus, gibt es ein besseres, habe ich gelesen. Das wird unser Ziel sein, dieses hübsche Ding uns anzueignen. Ragnarök haben wir, das sieht sehr fancy aus, muss ich sagen. Ragnarök gefällt mir. Wir schauen mal gerade, was wir für die Götterdämmerung alles brauchen. Wir brauchen Ragnarök. Das ist eine Voraussetzung. Das gute Stück haben wir jetzt. Haben wir aber noch nicht auf dem Rücken, ne? Wartet mal. Müssen wir, glaube ich, noch ausrüsten, ne? Genau, wir haben jetzt noch Eisbrand. Aber wir nehmen Ragnarök, das ist natürlich einiges besser. So. Schwert gewechselt. Ja. Finde ich schick, gefällt mir.
What do I owe the honor? I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive.
Gerne.
The best.
Gerne. Steht zu Diensten, mein Freund.
So, what it be?
Du machst mir auch immer sehr hübsche Schwerter. Also hier ist das hübsche Ding. Orikalkum fehlt uns noch einmal Dunkelstahl und primitives Jagdhorn. Das sind beides Monsterdinger. Und Orikalkum müssen wir wahrscheinlich noch einen S-Rang oder so platt machen. Und ich weiß gar nicht, Ouroboros ist bestimmt dann der beste Schutz und so, ne? Bin ich mal gespannt. Also das mit dem Schwert wird noch eine Weile dauern, bis wir das haben. Aber gut, Ragnarök ballert ja jetzt auch erstmal schon mal weg. So, das haben wir ja erledigt. Ne? Dann können wir ja jetzt hinten einmal in die Werkstatt gehen. Können wir auch... Ach, guck mal, können wir auch da lang gehen. Sehr schön. Ich bin immer offen für neue, schicke Schwerter. Mir gefallen allgemein die Schwerter hier sehr gut, muss ich sagen. Die sind voll mein Stil allgemein. Ist so Kleidungscharakterdesign und die Klamotten und dieses ganze schwarz-rote Thema, was ihn so umwirbt quasi, das ist so voll meins. Bin ich voll dabei. Das sind meine beiden Lieblingsfarben, rot und schwarz. Damit kriegt man mich immer. Bin ich immer sofort Fan. Ne? Wenn einer so komplett so rot-schwarz, ich bin voll Fan sofort. So. Was gibt's hier zu tun?
Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
Muss ich wohl, ne?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind. And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume. And another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Okay.